Hi everyone, I really hope you had an amazing week and even more amazing weekend. I'm trying to do the video about angel signs and the ways of communication now for quite some time, for a couple of weeks actually, to be more precise. And the funny thing happened every single time when I tried to upload the video. Either sound wasn't right, or the whole video was bad, or every time something happened and I just couldn't upload it. So I really hope this time is going to be different. And actually, what I received in meanwhile while I was trying to make this video is that I'm missing something that's very important in it. And last night I actually got it and I'm still so happy about it. It's when it comes to signs, it's very, very extremely important to ask for them. And the way how I got to this point that I now know that that's the essential thing is I was talking to someone who means a world to me. Like, I love her so much. And she had dilemma and didn't know what to do with something. And I told her, like, why don't you ask for help? You can receive actually a help about it, with it. And she was like just awkwardly laughing and then saying like, but I don't know how to do that. And that was I just had epiphany after that talk. And I was like, but that's the most important thing when it comes to signs, because you won't receive it actually if you don't ask for them. And so many people, me including me, I had so much trouble actually to start with communication and to ask for that first sign, because to me at one point, like, I was opened enough for that, but I just couldn't ask. And it's very similar to those Louisa Hay have the exercise where you stand in front of the mirror and talk to yourself and say yourself how much you love yourself. It's super awkward and super, super, super hard to do for the first time. It took me probably 5 tries before I was able to actually say myself, I love you, and just look at my eyes and do that. So when it comes to asking for help from angels, we are actually having a real trouble, and that's what I saw in myself and in people around me. Sometimes the hardest thing is actually to ask for help. So I've decided to help with that first stage. If you were like the person I said I love and she just couldn't ask for help, if you're like that, I just thought and I had idea like, why don't we do it together for the first time? And what I will recommend actually, apart from saying the words, is imagine someone you really, really love and someone you really trust. That could be a person, that could be a pet, friend, a parent, a sister, anyone whom you trust enough and whom you maybe will actually ask for help. The purpose of this is to just imagine someone opposite you and to be open enough, but that someone is very, very receptive to everything you ask, everything to say. So that's the purpose of actually imagining the person in front of you, and then asking very simply, like, angels, universe, my lucky star, someone who's around me, can you please help me with this? And the next thing is saying simplest thank you. Thank you is in my opinion, and what I received and what I've learned, is the most profound prayer ever, ever. And I can't stress that enough. And saying thank you at the end also means that you trust and you believe that you already received that, what you ask for. It's simply like, thank you for doing that for me. Thank you for already answering me my question. Thank you for helping me with whatever I was asking for. And that's the purpose of thank you. So that's the first step. And it's simple as like just asking, can you help me with this? Or can you please give me a sign that you are around me? Can you please help me to find this? Can you please confirm that this is the right decision, that this is the right information? And sometimes if you don't receive any sign, it's simple no. And that can happen as well. And it can happen like with things that are very important to you, but if they are not good for you, you won't get the sign to like proceed with that. So yeah, that's the first step. And once you ask, what can happen is that you see a feather on the street, in your house, around you, on the most surprising places you can imagine. Like, it's really just sometimes it's miraculous where they can appear. And also what I want to mention when it comes to feathers, don't connect a color of the feather, or if you find like a dirty feather on the street, it still means very positive things, and it still means answer and a sign. The next thing that work a lot for me, and I'm sure for you will as well, are angel numbers. And when it comes to angel numbers, I usually, those numbers are usually repetitive, and you will see them few times, not just once. And the number can be from 111, 444, 555, 55, 88 to like very random numbers like 348, for example, 995. Like, they can be any numbers, any combinations of numbers that repeat few times. And you can, like, today there are very good sites that offering you like interpretation of numbers, so you can just Google it and you will find your answer. It's usually the first thing you Google and find, that's your answer. And also just the parts that resonate with you, because sometimes explanations can be quite long. So don't read the whole thing, but just the things that resonate with you and that mean something to you, that's your answer. Rest is for maybe next time or for someone else. So yeah, also this, you can receive an answer or a sign in form of bird, ladybug, or any animal, and it sometimes can come in the form of, it can have something to do with their number, to be more precise. So if you see, for example, a bird, or 4 birds are coming regularly on your balcony or being around you, or even butterfly, for example. If you see few butterflies and they're flying around you, they can be a sign as well. Sometimes just a hello from angels, and sometimes like an answer on your question, actually. Next thing that work a lot for me, and I actually love receiving signs in this form, are words. either words that I hear, either words that I see somewhere, I read somewhere. For example, billboards and ads work a lot for me. Books, newspaper articles, just seeing a title of something, or just seeing a simple word, or overhearing people's like people talking about something. Um, Other people are sometimes an amazing source of signs and information that actually relates to you, and they come in your life just to give you that information, you know. And sometimes it can also work with the name of the person that comes. Like if suddenly you have name Nathaniel or Michael or Raphael or Gabriel or Gabriella in your life, and that like happens a lot, you meet a lot of new people who have that name. It could be that just archangels are giving you a sign that they are around you, and they are usually less subtle than angels, and it will be more obvious if they are around you, and they will actually say it to you through that, like either through the names of people around you, or something you watch on TV, or characters in a book. So yeah, any type of words that mean something to you are usually the good way to communicate, and they are signs. Sometimes the sign is a whole book. If you like walk along the street and suddenly your head just turns on one side and you see a book, and that happens a lot, like suddenly you start seeing that book everywhere, it's a sign, and it just means like go to the first library or just buy the book. And because there's something for you, very very, and especially if you ask like for something specific, like some help with diet, help with doing some exercises, or help with doing your business, and suddenly you see a good, you think it could be a good book, and you see it everywhere, just read it, there's definitely something for you. Other ways you can receive signs are also songs, and I love that way of communication. I really love it, especially because through songs I always get something funny, and the purpose of angels giving me songs is almost always to improve my mood, but also to receive some very important messages. I love also through some poems I got the most profound messages about life ever. So yeah, anything that has to do with arts, it's usually coming from a higher intelligence. And yeah, that's why it's so important to do some craft, to do some art, because it always comes not from you, and not just from other people, but also it comes from up, from the sky, from the universe, from the higher intelligence. And that's why I think it's very important to do it yourself. Even if you think you're bad, still do it, because it will just connect you more and more and open you actually towards communicating and receiving things from the universe. Other things I wanted to mention, that it's just the simple ways how you can get some signs. It can be like a picture or a photo, or as I said, cover of the book, someone's t-shirt with, for example, a cross, love heart, or a picture of angel, or a feather, or a bird, or the whole world, like just words written across it. In any form and shape, if something catches your attention, and you see it few times, it means it's a sign. What will happen after you practice things and after you become more often, more open towards the whole communication with angel thing, you will actually, your messages will get more and more personal and more specific, actually, like the specific answer on your specific question. So yeah, as I said, like, just again ask for help, because otherwise you won't get it. Those are very, like, angels and universe, that's the most, like, the purest love that will never do, ever, it will never do anything against your free will, even if that means a help for you. They won't do it, because it's the whole purpose that you ask for help, and it's what you think is the best for you, and then you will receive the help about it. So yeah, as I said, I'm very, very grateful that I received actually this message, with the essential thing in this video. The essential thing of in this video is not actually how you will receive the sign, but to ask for the sign. So yeah, repeat after me in this video, or just try a few times. It doesn't matter if you can't do it first time when you try again, and once you'll be able actually to just let it out and just do it, and it will really open you for more things. It's not just about asking, like, angels don't need us to plead for something, or to just, like, being all, very, like, I don't even know how to explain that, but you need to trust that you can get things, and that's the purpose of, actually, also one more purpose of asking for help. So yeah, try to repeat after me. If that doesn't work, try again. Close your eyes, or do anything that you think will help you. Do meditation before asking for help, just to be more open and more receptive. And one more thing I think is very important. When you ask for help and when you say thank you, just trust that help will actually come, that your answer will come. Because if you're, like, constantly asking for help, you're not receiving, you just not letting help coming to you. If you're constantly like, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, you actually need to open your eyes and see the help. So sometimes it helps if you just ask and forget about it. It will happen eventually, and you will receive the sign when you need it, not when you want it. And so just let go of it, say what you need to say, and the rest, just give universe some time to do things about it. So yeah, that was not all I wanted to say about signs, but let's say that this is the list of the most common signs and most common ways you can get signs through. I also didn't mention that you can get signs. Now I remembered, you can get signs through dreams as well, and the sign can be also coin, like money, and it helps, like, it happens quite a lot to me, and now I just remembered, oh, I didn't mention that. So don't be surprised. Like, I was surprised that money was actually a sign from angels, because I didn't see anything, like any relation between these two. To me, they were actually the opposite side of universe. but I actually learned a lot about it, and it can be also a sign from your angels. So yeah, just be like, just ask for help and let universe actually bringing it to you. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this is helpful. I actually almost know, not almost, I know this is helpful, because I actually couldn't do this video because it was missing that part that's very important, because there's no purpose in you knowing the signs if you can't get them because you didn't ask. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that, and I'm also very grateful for you being here and watching this video. So thank you one more time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.